optimizing your summary. Okay, so now your summary is kind of like the main meat of your resume, if you want to do related to that. So your summary, I want you to do a couple things. And again, I'm going into this stuff very quickly because we're trimming out all the fat and giving you the meat and the content that you need to take action on and get things done very quickly so you can start seeing results. So there's two ways to go about your summary. One is if you have one thing that you focus on, then you can talk about that one thing. If you have a number of things, then you can talk about a number of things. So for me, I've got, okay, social media education. So I put a little headline first talking about one of the things I do. Then I give a little bio about who I am, who I help, and how I help them right in a paragraph there. So I say I'm the co-author of this book, and I help people optimize LinkedIn. I do conferences on LinkedIn. I speak about this. I do webinars. If you want to learn more, go to my website, lewishouse.com. So I'm giving a call to action. Again, I'm telling people who I am, who I help, how I can help them, where they can go next for social media education. So again, capital letter for the first letter in each word, and then a couple paragraphs, space it out, make it look clean, right? Then I'd say, okay, here's my sports business stuff. I founded sportsnetworker.com, Sports Executives Association. Here's what it is. Here's who I am. Here's who I help. Here's how I help them. I've got magnetic webinars and more, right? So this is the other products that I've created, things that people can do. And again, for more products, resources, articles, videos, and tips, go to lewishouse.com. Very simple. What I want you guys to do is just go to my profile and literally mimic what I've done. Again, you want to mimic people who have done successful things. You want to mimic it and make it your own. So you want to create a headline, then a couple paragraphs. Headline, then a couple paragraphs, right? Headline, you want to do this as for as much as you can, right? Now, if you have one specific thing, let's go back to the realtor. You could literally type in right here, this is who I am, this is who I help, this is how I help them, in these headlines. So I'm going to edit this to show you this. I'm just going to go to edit profile to give an example. So if I go down to summary and I click on edit, I could say this. As opposed to social media education, I would say this is who I am. You're going to go into here. I'm extremely passionate about three things. One, my family and spending quality time with them. 2, 3, right? You just want to be like very simple, like here's who I am. Tell people who you are, what your values are, what you're passionate about. People are attracted to passionate people and things they can relate to. So you say, this is who I am. Just a brief couple sentences about you. Then you would say, I'm just going to put my thing back in here, you would say, this is who I help. You say, I help young professionals in Columbus, Ohio, etc., etc., etc. Find the home of their dreams. Talk about the challenges most people have in finding their homes. Talk about why you're the person for the job, things like that, okay? And then you say over here, this is how I help them. I help them by, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I help them by creating an exact plan on their dream home, what it is, what they're looking for, how they want to feel in their home. Then I strategically go through my entire database and pick out the perfect homes. I take them on a free tour to all these places. Walk them through what you'll do for them. If it's a product, if it's a service, it's a coaching, you just want to walk people through exactly what you do and how you help them. That's what you want to do. You want to make this very compelling, very interesting. Think of it as just like a conversation you're having with people. You want to have this here, and again, mimic what I have right there. Okay, if you mimic what I have, then you'll be much further along than you already are. A lot of people say that my profile looks like one of the best profiles they've ever seen, and I've been spending a lot of time and energy on it, so it should be. So that is the summary. You want to make sure you have that. Again, tell people who you are, who you help, how you help them. Add your content in between, and that's all I really need to say about that. Mimic what I've got. Make sure you have a call to action back to your website and get people to take action, to sign up, to call you, to email you, to get you working with them. Okay, specialties. This is also important. What I like to do is I put a couple of keywords side by side, and this is going to help you for optimizing your rank, which we'll talk about here in the next section. But you want to add all your keywords. So I put LinkedIn consulting, LinkedIn advice, LinkedIn speaker, LinkedIn training, seminar, social media, networking, sports, product creation, right? I put all these things, and by doing this in a vertical line, so I just click enter, right? I put LinkedIn consulting, webinar, marketing, right? I just put this and I click enter, and I add a new line. I click on save changes, and that allows it to show up in like a vertical line. So you'll see down here it's like a vertical line as opposed to just a long sentence. So again, by doing this, it just kind of makes it look cleaner as opposed to just another paragraph. It breaks it up, it shows something different, and it helps you with keywords, which we'll talk about in a second. So add all these that you can. Add about 10 of these. If you're in a lot of different things, then just add as much as you can. But just for people to be able to find you when they search for you. And it just gives you some more credibility when you do this, okay? So again, tell people who you are, who you help, how you help them. Mimic my profile right here in the summary in the specialties section. Do this for yours. Tell a compelling story and give a call to action at the end. That's the summary and specialties section. And keep working hard and optimize your profile.